Quickly before we start, I just want you to know that this video is made with the idea that you already know what these anime are, and this is also mainly about me talking about random things. So if you're expecting some sort of comparison between these anime, or like a very well put video about these anime, then this is the wrong video for you. Thank you very much, and enjoy. Alright, let's talk about the Chainsaw Man movie.
Wobbly wiggly, wobbly wiggly, wobbly wiggly. Ooh.
10 out of 10, peak cinema. I don't know how to explain it, man. It was unbelievable. It was, oh my, exceptional. I don't know where to start. I don't know. Gooner, anime, whatever, call it whatever you want. That's peak cinema. I want to see it opening day, cover the Raise arc. I'm not going to be talking about spoilers because it's been like a week or two. No, it's been like 3 weeks now since it's come out. But yeah, not going to get into spoilers. We'll just talk about the stuff that's known right now, available to everyone. For reviews, it has a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, as 8.6 stars on IMDb. A lot of people have started to compare it to Demon Slayer, or there's a lot of argument back and forth about the Demon Slayer movie, whether it was better or if Chainsaw Man was better. I don't get to speak on Demon Slayer because I didn't watch it.
Boo! You stink!
I've seen I think 2 seasons of Demon Slayer. I didn't watch the movie. I had a friend who went to go watch it. He said it was really good. I've seen clips of the movie. Visually, it looks good, but I don't know. It just doesn't. When I hear a lot of people saying that it's revolutionary. It's something never seen before in anime. I mean, probably is. I don't know. For some reason, I don't feel that way about it. Like I said, not a bad movie, but me personally, even if I watched the movie on release, I feel like I would have liked Chainsaw Man a lot more. The music that was used in the movie is amazing. I also really like that. The opening, Iris Out, was amazing. It was just as good as the first song, Kickback. The ending song, Jane Doe, which you're listening to right now, sounds beautiful. They did a really good job adapting the manga. I only had there was one singular complaint that I had at the very end of the movie, which was it's not a manga thing. It's an animation thing. Wasn't bad. It just looked kind of weird. This is the only spoiler that I'm gonna be talking about. Is in the final fight where Reze and Denji were fighting on the rooftop or wherever they were. The animation there felt kind of weird. I don't know what it was, but that's my only complaint. They did a really good job building Reze's character, giving her a character development. They did a good job with building Angel's character too, because at the end of season 1, I don't think she had much of a role. She was there, she was a part of the special division, but we didn't get much of her. So her, oh my goodness, I forgot that Angel's a dude. I've seen way too many TikToks of odd things. Let's just say the 33-minute theory. They built the connection with Aki and Angel. I really like their friendship, if we can call it a friendship. 33-minute theory. MVP of the movie, Beam. He was him. Beam was him. Whenever Beam was in the movie, it was either hilarious or just an amazing fight. He protected Denji the entire time. Denji would have died 100% if Beam wasn't there. Beam saved him like 5 times throughout the entire movie. Unfortunately, this is one more spoiler. Not much of a spoiler, but do with this information as you will. Manga readers cannot keep shit to themselves, man. All I see, whenever I see like an edit of Beam or just people talking about Beam in the comments, all I see is, oh yeah, if you like Beam so much, look up Beam versus Darkness Devil. Oh, that just pisses me off. I don't know what it is. I didn't look at the spoiler, but you can kind of assume with, those 2 words saying, Beam, Darkness, either Beam dies or Beam is working with the Darkness. That one of the 2. But I mean, it is Chainsaw Man. What do you expect? But that's all for my review, my thoughts and opinions on the Chainsaw Man movie. For ratings, I would have, well, coming out of the theater, I would have said 10 out of 10. But now that a couple weeks have gone by, I would give it 10 out of 10.
Alright, I say,
Alright, let's talk about Dandadan. I've made a couple video rough drafts of season 1 and season 2 that I wanted to release, but once again, I'm not good with voice recordings, so that just got banished to the Shadow Realm. They're never gonna be seen again. I really liked it. It's up there with some of my favorite anime right now of all time. I'd put that up there with my top 5, I guess. Yeah, I'll put it up in my top 5, maybe top 3, but I didn't think all this out, so we'll just say top 5. Season 1, I really liked it. Obviously, some weird scenes.
My balls are gone.
A lot of people don't like it for that reason, but it's all good. It really does have some weird things. They could have gone without some of them, but oh well, they're there. The deed is done. Season 2. I also really like season 2. I saw the movie premiere in theaters. I went with my brother. He liked it. He said it was decent. He doesn't really like anime, but I took him to go see it. I forced him to go see it. Said it was okay. I also had another video about season 1 and season 2 where I was comparing the openings, because I remember that when season 2 came out, it was either when season 2 came out or the trailers, I think it was. The opening was leaked. It was there. The opening was there. A lot of people were shitting on season 2 opening. Like at first, people hated the season 2 opening just because they just couldn't live up to season 1, and I understand. Season 1 was something else. It was.
入れた入れた入れた入れた入れた必死で吐いてた先で霧は晴れた猫と僕がうまく噛み合ったら痛みが重なったら
It was just something. It was good. I mean, you can't defeat the Pikmin. And season 2, I honestly liked season 2 opening as soon as it came out. I really liked it. I don't know how people hated it. It wasn't bad. It is more of a typical anime opening. But the ending songs too, at first, I liked the season 1 ending. But over time, like halfway through the season, as I started to listen to it more, I really liked that one too. Just wanted to talk about the openings and endings there for a bit. Season 2, I really liked how they introduced Kinta Vamola. I think it was her name, Vamola. I read a bit of the manga, but I can't remember her name. Vamola? The only episode that kind of missed of season 2 was when Kinta got introduced, because it was just a remake, or they were just remaking one of the episodes from season 1. Not bad. I really liked his character development though, or like his backstory at the end of the season. I can't remember if it was the last episode or the episode before that. Oh yeah, Evil Eye, Okurun. The second fight with Evil Eye, that was cool. And then the ending scene with where they introduced Vamola. Vamola? One more thing. So Hajime no Ippo is an anime that I started watching earlier, halfway through the year. If you don't know what it is, then it's a sports anime, specifically a boxing anime, which is like a lot of other shonen, but for me, the anime feels like it's something more, alright? Not to be weird or anything, but it feels like it's something more. I didn't really have plans about talking about this anime, mainly because I don't know exactly how to talk about it. Not because it's an extremely complicated story like Attack on Titan, but it's because I struggle to speak and I can't get my thoughts right about it. So forgive me for this part of the video if I don't make sense, but I'll give it a shot. I'm currently on the last season, season 3. I really don't believe that this anime has any bad episodes, and I mean that. Hajime no Ippo has really built a connection with me, and that may sound corny and weird, but it's true. Without getting all technical with it, I just really like all the characters. This is one of the few animes where there's not a single evil character. There's not someone you're hoping loses. You want every single character to win, which is very hard in an anime sport where there has to be a winner and a loser. Except for maybe one guy, but even then you kind of have like the smallest amount of sympathy for him. I have two favorite characters in the anime, Ippo and Takamura. Shocking, right? The anime has really been very inspirational to me, to the point where I started to exercise more. It really got me into boxing. I'm not saying that it's completely changed my life yet, but it is helping me. It's helped me in small ways that I'm thankful for. Just like I said, it's weird to say something like this about an anime, but it's the truth. So that's why I wanted to add this in here. It's surprising to me too because I'm not a big fan of sports. I've never really liked sports, but just something about boxing is very interesting. Like, honestly, I think the only kinds of sports that I like are those random sports that they make you play in like school, like the hopscotch turkey frisbee ball or something like that. Not to brag, but I'm kind of ass at tetherball. But yeah, Ippo is a very motivational guy. I've seen lots of edits about him. I've went to Reddit and I've read a couple stories where a lot of people actually started to box because of the anime and Ippo, you know, so that's very cool to see. You know, I feel like he's done the same for me, so really like Ippo. But let's talk about Takamura because he is something else. Takamura never fails to make me laugh. He's always on some bull, especially with his joke about Ippo's rocket. The Ippo rocket, I don't know what it is about Takamura making fun of Ippo's size. I don't get it. Is Takamura small and that is he jealous of Ippo? Or I don't know. And also, when I mean Ippo's size, I don't mean his weight. There are two other characters that I find interesting in the series, and that's Vorg and Sendo. Personally, I wish that Vorg was the one who won against Sendo. I didn't really care too much about Sendo when he first got introduced. I may have missed something when I was watching the first season because I didn't really get his reason for fighting as hard as he does. I didn't see his backstory much. Maybe it gets explained in the manga, but that, like I said, I don't really find him interesting, or not at the moment. I've seen other videos of people glazing Sendo as he's the top fighter. That was the one spoiler that I saw, but it's not really too important to me right now. I think that's like where the manga is currently at, so I'm still like a couple hundred chapters away, but that's why I was rooting for Vorg to win. And also, he was kind of the first person to not act all cocky or downplay Ippo while fighting him. It was also very sad to see the consequences of Vorg losing the fight, and the animators just kept hitting deeper and deeper, giving us an amazing scene for Vorg.
戦ってきたとね。
そんな
その時はチャンピオンでいてほしい。日本じゃなくもっとスケールの大きな。
日本じゃない。
約束できなくていいです。今は暴力時間行かなくては。もう古くなったけど君に持っていてほしい。長くいるつもりだったから一生懸命日本語を覚えた。祖国戻ったら二度と使うことはないでしょう。だからこれ僕の最後の日本語。幕の内。さようなら。
One thing I'm grateful for about watching Hajime no Ippo is that it never got spoiled for me. So every fight had me on the edge of my seat. Although I kind of imagined who was going to win at the end of the day because, you know, it's the main character. You kind of expect Ippo to win. However, the fight between Ippo and Date left me shocked. I really thought that Ippo was going to win that fight. I did know that at one point or another Ippo was going to lose because no one can win 100% of the time. Cough, cough, Takamura. I was kind of expecting Ippo to lose somewhere in season 2. I didn't think it was going to be season 1. But at the same time, I didn't know much about boxing, so I kind of thought that there was like a higher rank, a more important part where Ippo was supposed to lose. But I mean, it makes perfect sense where he lost. There are a few more things that I do want to talk about for Hajime no Ippo, but I'm gonna cut it off because I don't want Hajime no Ippo to take up the majority of the video. But yeah, that was a bit of stuff that I wanted to talk about, a couple videos that I never finished. If you watched to the end, thank you very much for listening to me stumble my words. And if you want to see more videos about any of the topics that I talked about here, then please let me know in the comments, because sometimes I have no clue about what video to make next, and I don't want to go back to my old self about making videos about one singular game. So thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.
How old are you? 3, 2.
Oh, we're the same age.
Wait, 231? 231? You a old bitch.
It's counting down.
Oh, it's counting down!